Next up is the superintendent's report. So Superintendent Dixon.
I'll just make a brief comment about student voice. I so appreciated Board Member Reeby's comments this morning and the poem that you read, Board Member Reeby. I thought that really set the tone for thinking about alignment to our strategic plan of how we help every student, each and every student succeed. And to that end, I've really been focused on listening to student voices and how we might incorporate student voice into our work. I find those voices to be the most powerful when I'm out visiting schools. And you heard from students today that were so articulate. During the month of December, I received 3 letters from students. They were lengthy, they were well written, they were expressive about their concerns as well as coming up with solutions. One was a student with a disability who was frustrated with the lack of support and resources she had received in her time in public education, both in a charter and a district school, and very explicit about her services, which led me to look at how do we ensure compliance with best practices and what we know about how students should be served if they have an IEP. Another student had a concern about how the SAGE test was being used, and this was a young man who felt like it was really valuable and important information, and he didn't like how it was being used in accountability and had some suggestions for a way to think about grading schools in a different accountability system that would use it a little bit differently but still use the assessment. And a third student had some emotional and mental health needs, and she had come across a program that she felt was very helpful, and so she sent me a link to watch a video about that and to get in touch with a teacher and a person outside of the school who had helped with this program and that had really helped her, and she was offering this information as a way to help students in other schools. And I was just so proud of these 3 individuals, and I've responded back to all of them, but it helped me think about how do we as staff and how do you as board members, how might you incorporate student voice? There are some state boards that have a student member on their board, voting and non-voting depending on the state, and I've actually been to national meetings where I've had student board members lobby me to add that to our board, and at the same time wondering how we could make their voice authentic and not just a placeholder at the table. Some of our local boards, I believe at least 3 that I'm aware of, have a student at the table as well. So just asking us all to think about how we might utilize student voice a little differently and probably more effectively than we do at this point. And I know that you all listen to students in your own family and in your neighborhood, and that's really important, but thinking collectively how we think about all students and hear their voices and use those to promote better policy and practice. Thank you.
Anything else? Okay.